Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, Liverpool are lurking. Top four race is getting tense. So here to preview the Bournemouth versus Manchester United game happening this Saturday. Like I said already, it's going to be a tense one just because that top four race is getting so tight now. We've got that, as you would have seen on my last video where I spoke with Tomo and Jason, the top four race is not a joke right now. We have 3 games left. Bournemouth, Chelsea and Fulham, and it's going to be very tight because Liverpool have their 2 games, Villa and Southampton, and they are on it. They're not. To me, it looks like, and I was skeptical before, but if I'm honest, it looks like they're probably going to win all of their games. So that means we have to be on the ball, we have to be on it, and we have to win our games. We've got this Bournemouth game now that I'm talking about now, and once again, it's away. You think, our away form, can we really do this? Are we gonna make sure we get over the line here and get the job done, or are we going to revert to our typical away form, maybe a draw, maybe a loss? I'll give my prediction at the end, but I'm just hoping, obviously, it's a W. In terms of, like we spoke about on the last video, me, Jason, and Tumwa, the contenders, right? Liverpool, Newcastle, and Brighton are facing each other today, so hopefully that will help us. Later on today, Thursday, that is. So hopefully that will help us if they drop some points there, because even if we drop some points, maybe, okay, Liverpool are breathing down our necks, but at least we can maybe Newcastle would wants to drop out. But yeah, Liverpool are the concern, really. Bottom line, we have to win this game. We just have to win. Liverpool on Saturday, Liverpool will be facing Villa at the same time as us. We can't think about these other teams. We need to just focus on our job at hand. Beat Bournemouth, and we're in a really, really strong position. 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff. I'm gonna say under the lights, but it's in the middle of the day. But yeah, we just need to win this game. It's a bit nervous. Makes me a bit nervous thinking about, if we were to lose this, then Liverpool, then if they win their game on Saturday, fair enough, they'll have a game ahead. They'll be a game ahead of us, but they'll be 2 points ahead of us as well. And then we've got a game in hand on Thursday against Chelsea. So we just have to win this game. Let's not put any pressure on ourselves. Let's just win this game, get through it. And like I said, hopefully Brighton and Newcastle draw something, or maybe Brighton even beat Newcastle. That'd probably be best for us anyway. But looking at us, right? Let's look at ourselves. Let's focus on our team. Let's focus on our form, our abilities. I say form in the last 5. Won 2, lost 2, drawn 1. I think. Once again, we spoke about it in the last video, but I'm hoping that once again that we can just get through this away day issue that we've been having. It's the last few games of the season now. Don't be disappointed. We've seen City doing madness yesterday against Real Madrid, and we have them to come in the FA Cup final, but let's just focus on this job right now. Let's focus on this job, get this job done, let's get top 4 secure, and then we can think about City later on. That's a whole different conversation, because I didn't even want to get into it, to be honest. But when you watch that game against Real Madrid yesterday, City are just on a different level, like a completely different level. And you think, okay, what do we need to get to the level of City? And I have to be honest, I'm always thinking, we're looking at the latest ownership issues that we've had. Ratcliffe, or the Qatari that's Ratcliffe, Sheikh Jassim. And if I'm honest, if you're looking at City and you're looking at how far they are ahead of us, I want whoever's going to spend the most money, right, on this team, on the infrastructure of the club, the wider issues that we have with the stadium, the training ground, etc. And to me, it's looking like that's going to be the Qataris, Sheikh Jassim. So obviously the Glazers don't care. They don't care who buys the club of them. They just want the most money. So obviously, I'm hoping personally now, for the good of the club, forget all the outside other issues that might come with, certain ownerships. Nobody's perfect at the end of the day, right? But for the good of the club, I think, look, just give me that Qatari money, bring them in. Let's start building, because Ten Hag needs. We've got a big summer coming up. We've got a big summer coming up, and a big transfer window. And I think it's very important to obviously get this top 4 secure, have Champions League football, and then be able to buy the players that Ten Hag will want in the summer. So this game against Bournemouth has so many implications, I guess. Not just this game, obviously the last 3 games, in terms of securing that top 4, securing summer investment, but also the ownership. We need the right owners to come in and spend the money. that needs to be spent. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot that goes into this game for me anyway. And our away form all season has been a joke, but let's remember that there's a bigger picture here. Forget everything that's happened already. Let's just focus on getting the result in this game. I don't want to draw. I don't want to lose. I want a W. I want to win. So that then we go into the last two games thinking, okay, if Newcastle have lost, Liverpool, who knows what could happen against Villa. Villa are a good team. Just focus on ourselves. Let's get the job done. And then in terms of predicted 11, I actually think it'll probably be the same team that we had against Wolves. Largely, I think obviously Rashford was injured that game. He's back now. Varane, he came off in that game. I can't remember what minute, but he came off. I'm hoping that's precautionary. And obviously, for me, I'd prefer if we stick with that team, build a bit of momentum going into the, once again, FA Cup final, the last couple games of the season. Just get the right players that we want on the pitch for that starting 11 in the FA at Wembley. Get them the game time and the momentum that they need ahead of that game. The only way you can get that is by playing games. So I think, yes, keep the same team we played against Wolves. So that is a backline of De Gea, Varane on the right, Lindelof on the left, who's been excellent lately, Shaw on the left wing, left back. Then we've got Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side. Dalot could come in, but I think just keep it. Wan-Bissaka's doing well. Just keep that backline as it is. Midfield of Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno in the 10 with... Now, this is where I think the change might happen, where we've got Rashford, I think, will probably come back on the left. We've got Anthony on the right and then Martial up top. Could be Sancho, because, depending on what Ten Hag says in his press conference tomorrow, he could just say, Rashford is probably he's not 100% ready. Who knows? We don't know. He was in training, but he might not be 100% ready. If he is, I say start him on the left. If not, cool, we play Sancho on the left. And yeah, Sabitzer out for the season. Scott McTominay is back. I don't know if you want to start him, but for me, obviously, keep the midfield the same. Scott is back, but that I guess that's good to have on the bench. It's a bit weird because I think we're actually getting rid of him. I think I've sort of seen reports that he will be transfer listed or he'll be put up for sale in the summertime. Once again, going back to what I said earlier, that all depends on investment and if we can make investment in the squad. If we can't, then maybe just keep McTominay as a backup. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, same team. Varane looked good. Everyone looked pretty decent against Wolves, so let's keep that same team. And actually, quickly touching on Anthony again, if he created a lot of chances, we created lots of chances in that Wolves game. My hope is, we're going to get into Bournemouth now, but this is Bournemouth's. In fact, let's talk about Bournemouth now, right? This is Bournemouth's last home game, I believe, of the season because they've only got 2 games left, 1 home, 1 away. So they're going to be really buzzing for this. They secured top flight football again. They're safe. Last week, even though they lost to Crystal Palace last week 2-0, but they're safe because of other results around them. So for them, they want to put on a show for their home fans, right? So we need to make sure that we don't give the crowd anything to shout about. Early goals, that's what I want. Not all these missed chances. Let's get the chances ASAP and let's get the goal ASAP because otherwise they'll get, kind of like with Spurs in that Spurs game. We let Spurs build into the game after we went 2-0 up. We gave the crowd something to shout about in the second half, and then before you know it, they're getting encouragement. The team's getting encouragement, and it's 2-2, and we could have lost that game. So it's Bournemouth's last game. Let's at home. Let's not give them anything to cheer about. Let's just go there, do the job, and leave. Leave with the 3 points. And their last game against Crystal Palace, I think they played as you'd expect. Bournemouth haven't been great all season. I think they've lost actually their last 2 games. I think they won the last 2 games before that and then lost the one before that as well. So they've had a bit of inconsistent form. But people turn up against United. Everybody tries to turn up against United. Not today, please. Let's just get this W nice and easy. And so then let me give you my predicted score. Now, I've been going back and forth with myself over this score. Been watching other videos, watching, reading articles and things like that. And I'm thinking, our away form. 1 minute I'm thinking our away form is rubbish. So are we even going to be able to, get over the line? But then other side I'm thinking, this is United versus Bournemouth at the end of the day. We are still the better team. Anyway, so I was going to go maybe a draw. I don't want a draw, so I'm going to go for actually a 2-0 win. Consolidate that clean sheet clean sheet record thing, or not record, clean sheet, golden glove, for De Gea. 2-0 win. Probably more likely to be a 2-1 because they are at home and they are, like I said, going to try and put on a show for their fans in the final game of their final home game of the season. But I'm hoping we can literally get a really early goal, control the game with Eriksen, with Casemiro, Bruno in the middle of the park. Sancho maybe on the left hand side, who knows, and just get that W, man. Just honestly, just get the win and let's keep it moving. I don't want any stress for the last 2 games of the season. And as you can see with City, we need all focus as quickly as possible on that Wembley game so that we do not get embarrassed and we win our 2nd trophy of the season. So let me know what you think. If you think we will win this game, I think we do. We will, as you've just seen with my prediction. I'll be watching the game. Unfortunately, it's another Saturday kickoff, so it's a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, so it's not actually live in the UK. Stupid rule, but I will find a way to watch it. Maybe go out somewhere, whatever. And now hopefully be given a post-match review. Hopefully it's a W. Thanks again, as always, for watching this video. Like the video if you haven't already. Just like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one.